Hello, everyone. This is episode 12. First of all, I'm gonna embrace the beginning of this episode with a huge apology. It's been a few days. I think in total it's been 5 or 6 days since I've actually done the last vlog, and I had said it was gonna be daily. Now, there is no excuse. There is no one else to blame but myself for this. The only thing I can say is to the reason why is because I stopped waking up with the want to do it. I stopped waking up with the motivation to want to do it. Which is a problem, but is not a problem at the same time. And I'll explain why. Because along this journey, as I was explaining to you, how there's going to be a few things that are going to be happening throughout. Um, and it's going to be basically just explaining the process and how things got to where they got to and when the film comes out. So, in saying that, because currently my company is the monologue room is a one-man company, like it's only me, like it's not the intention for it to ever forever be that way, but at the moment it's only myself. So the fact it's only myself means that I am having to deal with everything. So that's script, that's location, that's logistics, that's people, that's connections, networking, meetings, emails, finances, everything is under one person at the moment, and I'm not complaining about that. I'm not finding an issue or upset about it, but what it means is that there's a lot to do. There is a lot to do. That's an undeniable fact. Now, this is something that I'm gonna give you. It's a word. Um, it's called compartmentalisation. Compartmentalisation. And what that word means is it's like a chest of drawers. That's the best analogy, and I say that because there's one in front of me in my room. A chest of drawers. A chest of drawers has maybe 8 different drawers. Now you don't just throw all of your clothes in every single drawer. Well, at least I hope you don't. That is completely against the point of a chest of drawers. I believe. Um, what you're likely to do is in your top drawer you put your boxers or your knickers or basically your underwear and your socks. In a drawer after that you put like your maybe your short sleeve tops or your colored tops or something. The drawer after that it may be your long sleeve tops, and I don't know, and then your drawer after that is maybe your dress tops, the tops that you wear on like a special occasion or something like that. And then like folded, then your folded trousers, and then your maybe your dressing gowns or your pajamas, and then maybe your towels, you know. And then the top one, if you have like a smaller drawer, you might have like little gadgets and stuff that you use like here and there on a daily. But either way, the point being is there's you're likely to have each section sectioned off in that drawer as like compartments, like a department store has different areas. You don't just throw everything in, because then there's no structure, then there's no understanding, and then that on this day you need a dress top, or on this day you need milk, or on this day you need one of your gadgets, or on this day you need something frozen, like some frozen salmon or something. That way you know what you need to get on a specific time. Then unfortunately you can't do the whole chest of drawers on the same day every day, or you can't get every aisle, everything in the shop on that same day, because maybe on this particular day you have more things that need to come into play this time, you know. And if you don't understand what I'm saying, I'll explain it one more time in a different way. Just in a brief, in a short way as well. In a related directly to myself now. So over the last 6 years, I've been working more hours at my day job, I could say. But that inclusive of my preparation for the film has turned out to be like 18-hour days. Um, which has caused me to I've had to sacrifice and gain like another hour's sleep to lose an hour's sleep in the night, if you know what I mean. So instead of going bed at 1, I'm going bed at 2, which means I have to then wake up at 7 instead of 6. Um, and the reason why is because in terms of operating, I think I have to at least get 5 hours sleep. Otherwise, I start breaking glasses at my day job, which has actually happened. I broke 25 glasses. It's not a good look, but yeah, I broke 25 glasses by dropping a tray because I only got 4 hours sleep that day, which means that wasn't enough time for me to function properly with everything else, with all the mental focus I've been given. So in that, but then on top of that, although I've not been daily recording as such, which I've decided to say to myself, even if it's 5 minutes, then it's 5 minutes, as opposed to 20 minutes, which I was doing, or like above 15, basically. Um, on top of that, I've not then slacked or taken aback in other areas of importance in development of the project. I've still been maintaining to read my emails and making sure I assign a time um where I will get to them. Assigning a time where I will reply and stuff like that. And these things are all fitted like compartments. I'm compartmentalizing things that I need to do in my life. Um, but I'll say development for the time of the log. I mean, for the not the time of the log, for the reason of the vlog, as a process vlog as well. In the last 6 days, I've managed to actually meet with two people from a radio station. Two very like interesting girls. From a radio station. I think it goes by the name of Red Wine Radio, and they're students, and they're both female, which is what I was explaining at the beginning, how I wanted an increase on that in the project. Um, and yeah, they seem very interested and very interesting. So I think and I hope to say that there will be some great progress with them as well in regards to this project, and then on some, because they seem very passionate that they will have their own radio station one day or be leading radio presenters. So it's always great to keep up good relationships and network. On top of that, I got invited to a meeting with a commercial office in central London, just off Carnaby Street. And this is the thing, right? Because the way I met the guy that invited me was I was working behind the bar, and he came over and he just said, "Miss, listen, man, that was a perfectly poured pint." And I said, "Listen, that's how I do." But from that, we laughed and we cracked, and then somehow we got into the understanding of, he said he does film and stuff like that, and from talking, I then got he then told me to come to his office and come hang out with him for a bit, and then that's what I did, and then from that we both enjoyed each other's company and presence. And listen, man, I just being real, like that came from me being genuine and him being genuine, and me being open to seeing a new person, how a new person's energy, whether it be different or similar to my own, is something to take interest in and explore, and not be biased to what I think is right. I was never that way anyway, but sometimes life situations can make you biased to certain people. You know, it could even be certain people of a race, it could even be certain people of a gender. That's not a personal point, that one, but that's a general point that it's a fact. It can happen, you know. So, like, listen, I had this boss. I'm pretty sure that because a black guy stole from him one time, it made him have a lack of trust for black people. And it's not his fault, but it's something that was connected with a trauma, you know. And it took him time to learn that, and you know that we're not all the same. But then that can cause a great trauma, you know. It's just to be empathetic in sometimes people's understandings or feelings towards their relation of people based on what's happened to them. But that doesn't mean that it's any more justified that that person is discriminative or whatever. It's just to try and understand why they are. Why do you have this problem? Not you have this problem, you should be damned and damned forever. But why do you have this problem? I want to understand why. Why do you not like women? Or why do you not like men? Or why do you not like black people? Or why do you not like white people? You know, be empathetic in it. Understand. Not just damn, you know, not just damn the person. But a little bit of a tangent, but still connected to the overall point of that topic in a sense of compartmentalisation and bringing everything in and allowing it to come in a sense of change and development. Now, from there, um, I now potentially have been hooked up with a commercial agency for film, which I have to be careful. I have to be really, really careful what I'm doing right now, because there's been so many great opportunities that are starting to develop and come out, but I have to be careful of the fact of not deterring, of deferring, sorry, from my original goal. I have to be careful to not defer from my original goal, and this is a saying, sorry about this. This is a saying from for anyone that has a goal in life. Things will come up, developments will happen that at the time seem beneficial, like a bonus at your job, you know, a huge pay rise, or big money, being a receptionist for a model agency, and what you've always wanted to do is be a model and stuff like that. And these things are great because they put you in a realm of contact for what you want to do, depending on what it is. Depending on what it is, it's always likely to link you in the realm of something. Hence, this example, commercial film. The sense in it is that I'm in the film industry. I'm doing film. I'm in a realm of what I like and what I am good at, properly good at, what I'm passionate about, which is film. The financial gain is very good. You know, like you can be earning 5K in just a week and a half from one job. You know, you can literally be doing that, and you can probably get this job from as little or as much as may come your way, but the pay benefit is highly profitable, especially if you get a great reference. Now, the issue is I met the guy who I spoke to, was his name is Dax. Great guy, Dax. Um, for the black people that are watching this in particular, maybe the brand has branched out, but I just know coming from black culture that they will particularly find that funny. The fact that his name is Dax, because of a hair product for black hair called Dax, especially the older generation that use it. I'm not as much seeing the generation now, but Dax was the ting. Dax was the ting growing up, and every black kid will know about Dax. But yeah, that may have changed or may have been bigger, but that's from my experience and understanding. So, sorry if I'm not really loud enough. I should be, but um, I met Dax, and Dax is a super talented guy. From the overall explanation of our conversation, everything like that, he's a super talented guy, and I think it makes sense why we connected, because in some sense we are similar. Um, and he helped teach me something, whether he realized it or not. Um, that he works in commercial film, makes somehow some years has made over 100, over like 100, maybe 200K a year, but recently he's been making more around 85, 90K a year, which is still good money. Yeah, it's still good money. It really is. Like, let's not underestimate the fact of 90K a year. That is really good money, you know, for a general housing that you could get. Like, you're paying maybe, I don't know, 15, 12, probably less than that. Yeah, I think yeah, less than that. What am I talking about? Talking about like people are paying a grand a year. No, you're paying like maybe 600, 700. So housing maybe like 9 grand a year. You know, 10. Let's just say 10 grand a year housing, and then you still got an 85, and I'm pretty sure that was after tax. 85K a year. You're living nice if you've got that. You've got money for at least 2 years, 3 years if you spend decently. You know, but point being, he's establishing that he's earning well, and then he also is a writer and he's written some screenplays, but not really finished them. One he's really passionate about. He started the idea in 2010, and he in 2012 started to write it, and now in 2018 the film script still is not finished. That is absolutely insane, right? And I am getting over pressured and panicky over the fact that I have a film script that in 3 months I'm bubbling in my head about it. Sometimes I think I underestimate the fact of how long it takes to actually write a script in some people's cases. You know, and I'm getting bugged or bothered over 3, 4 months. But either way, um, he said this, and he also has a script. But on top of that, he also does music. He actually has released like 3 albums, and they're all on Spotify. But one of my particular favorite ones, which I listened to, was called Successful. Successful. So sucks is in SUX. I think CUCESFUL. Sucks. Let me just double check that. This is me giving him a plug on this. Yeah, no, SUK sex. SUKSEXFUL. Successful. Successful by Dax. So yeah, listen man, give that a listen to. It's actually quite nice. My favorite track on that is So Down, Totally Topless remix. and I actually enjoy Stone Eyes and Almond Milk. But So Down Totally Topless remix is definitely my favorite. But I'm making reference to him